Greetings, survivors. ResilientZ back with another video. In today's video, we are going to talk about crew upgrades in Tides of Fortune, covering their costs and whether these upgrades are worth pursuing, in my opinion. As you already know, each cabin has its own crew, and each crew provides a unique benefit. Before we go into the details, please let me know in the comments if you find videos like this helpful. Without further ado, let's dive right in. First of all, let's talk about the cost. Here's a detailed chart that displays the upgrade cost for each crew in every cabin, along with the total cost per cabin. A big thanks to Kang from S199 for putting together this detailed chart. First of all, let's talk about the crew of the Logistics Bay cabin. There are 4 different crews in this cabin. Quartermaster increases movement speed temporarily after extraction points open on the Tidal Escape battlefield. While this is not a bad bonus, it is quite insignificant. At max level, it only provides a 20% movement speed increase for just 15 seconds, which is totally not worth it in my opinion. Next is the Engineer. This crew is somewhat similar to the Quartermaster, but instead of a temporary boost, it provides a permanent movement speed increase of up to 10%, and this benefit applies in both Abyssal Skirmish and Tidal Escape. It is still not very impactful, but I would rank it higher than the Quartermaster. The next crew is the Scout, which reduces March revival time in the Abyssal Skirmish event. This can actually be useful, but it feels more like a nice bonus rather than something essential. Finally, we have the Logistics Officer, which increases the damage dealt against enemy alliance warships in the Abyssal Skirmish event. I would say this is the most important bonus in this cabin and can be quite significant when upgraded to higher levels. Let's move on to the next cabin, the Engine Room. Like the Logistics Bay, the Engine Room also has 4 different crews. First, let's talk about the Engine Officer and Electrician together, as both only provide benefits for the Tidal Escape event. Essentially, these 2 crews increase the chance of better loot or season points in the first search of each building. They can be nice to have, especially for players struggling to complete their loot collection, but I wouldn't recommend pursuing them. In my opinion, they're just not worth it since there's still no guarantee, it's all random. Next is the Machinist, who increases inventory slots by up to 2 in both Tidal Escape and Abyssal Skirmish. This isn't very useful, especially in Tidal Escape where extra backpack slots can simply be bought. However, it's slightly more helpful in Abyssal Skirmish, where backpack slots can't be purchased from the store. Finally, the Technician increases item collection speed by up to 40%. While this can reduce the wait time in buildings before items are loaded, in practice it only saves a few seconds, making it not very worth the cost in my opinion. Now let's move on to the next cabin, the Cargo Deck. Like the previous cabins, the Cargo Deck also has 4 different crews. We'll talk about them together because their benefits are all stat-based. They provide increases to troop attack, defense, lethality, and health. At max level, troop attack and defense are increased by 100%, while troop lethality and health are increased by 50%, which isn't very significant in my opinion. It's also important to note that these stat boosts only apply in the Tidal Escape and Abyssal Skirmish events, not all events, which further limits their value. Honestly, I'd consider these just minor bonuses and not worth pursuing. Now let's move on to the next cabin, the Command Bay. Like the Cargo Deck crews, the Command Bay crews also provide stat-based benefits. They increase the damage dealt by heroes and behemoths and reduce the damage they take. While these are rarer and more valuable stats compared to the basic ones, the increases are not very significant and only apply in the Abyssal Skirmish event, making them less appealing to pursue in my opinion. And finally, let's talk about the last cabin, the Bridge. The Bridge also has 4 different crews. The Captain provides a skill that allows you to immediately extract from the Tidal Escape battlefield. This skill has a cooldown starting at 72 hours, which can be reduced to 48 hours at max level. Honestly, since we already have the flare gun, which can be bought from the store or found in various buildings in tidal escape and serves the same purpose. The captain doesn't seem worth it. Next is the first mate, who also provides a skill for tidal escape. If all 3 of your marches are defeated and you have no backup ship, this skill automatically revives the marches and restores 50% of troops. Based on experience with tidal escape, this isn't really necessary, making it not worth pursuing. The pilot increases movement speed by up to 20% for 20 seconds in both tidal escape and abyssal skirmish. It's just a small boost at the start, so again, not really worth it. Finally, the navigator provides a shield equal to 10% of max health at max level in both tidal escape and abyssal skirmish. This can be quite useful and is the most worthwhile crew in this cabin. That's it for all the crews across all cabins. Generally speaking, considering the cost to unlock the crews and the additional cost to upgrade them, the benefits they provide are quite disappointing. Some crews can be useful, in my opinion, but overall, they're not really worth it. That's my conclusion. Please note that this is based on my personal experience and opinion, and you don't have to agree with it. That's it for this video. I hope you found it helpful and informative. If you enjoy my content, please like the video, share it with your allies, and subscribe to the channel. Thanks for watching, and thank you for your continued support.